With the rising popularity of handheld gaming devices like Nintendo Switch, Steam Deck, and more, you might be wondering where is Sony with their portable gaming device. The short answer is they have already tried it and decided to discontinue their lineup. Sony had PSP and PS Vita in their arsenal of portable devices, with PSP releasing in 2005 and PS Vita in 2011. PSP was discontinued in 2014 and PS Vita in 2019. PSP sold over 80 million units and was received positively by fans. Even with the financial success, PSP came with some problems. It was advertised as a substitute for PS2, but the games were downgraded for the weaker hardware. The quality of the games was not good enough. There were no heavy-hitting exclusives for PSP, but the price of the games was the same as other consoles. There was no right analog stick on PSP, which made it harder to play 3D games which were gaining popularity. PSP also suffered from piracy. Instead of paying full price for B-tier games, many players engaged in pirating the games. The smartphone market exploded around 2010. They came with more powerful hardware and a large catalog of free games. Sony released a gaming smartphone but couldn't find success with it. PSP was becoming outdated and couldn't compete with Nintendo, putting the final nail in the coffin. Sony released a new iteration with more powerful hardware called PS Vita, but the sales weren't even close to PSP. The game catalog was not good enough. There were no AAA titles as advertised. The handheld came with a hefty price tag of $250, almost rivaling the home consoles. To curb the piracy problem, Sony introduced proprietary SD cards, which could cost over $100 for 32 GB storage. Nintendo 3DS was dominating the market, and PS Vita wasn't appealing enough. Sony kind of gave up on the portable market and decided to discontinue PS Vita to focus on the home consoles. Underwhelming game library, lack of support from Sony, and high prices brought the era of Sony handhelds to an end. Rumors are claiming Sony is working on a new handheld gaming console. Whether it will put a dent in Nintendo's dominance is something to keep an eye out for.